how are you?
Today I'm fine. Yes,
Very good. And Trong, where are you from?
I'm from Vietnam. Now I live in Ho Chi Minh City.
All right, awesome. Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Good, Trong. And hello, William.
Hello.
Hi, William. How are you?
So far so good.
Awesome. All right. And William, where are you from?
I'm from Taiwan.
From Taiwan. Okay. And what city in Taiwan?
Taipei.
Taipei. Okay. Anji is also from Taipei. Great. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome, William. And let's see. It says Jinjin. Hello, Jinjin. Jinjin, are you there?
Hi.
Hi. Is that your name, Jinjin?
Yes, this is my name.
Okay. And Jinjin, where are you from?
I'm from Taiwan,
All right. And what city?
Taipei City.
Taipei. Wow. So this is very interesting. Everybody in this group is from East Asia. So we have 3 from Taiwan and 1 from Vietnam. All right. And all 3 from Taiwan are from Taipei. That's very interesting. Usually we always have 1 or 2 students like from Mexico or Brazil in every group. So this is pretty cool. All right. So my name is Daniel and I am the teacher for this class. And I am from the United States. And today, what we are going to be talking about is understanding native speakers of English. That's actually going to be our topic today, understanding native speakers of English. So this is kind of a different topic. I think it will be a little bit interesting for you. I will be asking you a lot of questions about your experience of learning English and understanding native speakers, including me. And what we will do is we will look at a text about understanding native speakers of English. Mhm. And after we read this text, I will ask you some questions about the text. Then we will look at some vocabulary words together. And then we will have a conversation where you will talk about understanding native speakers of English. But before we do that, I want to start by asking all of you a question. And my question is, why are you studying English? Why are you studying English? Uh-huh. So let's start with Anji. He was the first one here, so let's start with him. Anji, why are you studying English?
I want to improve my conversation in English because I have opportunity to have a job, and this job needs to speak English with foreign. Yeah. So I need to
In your
improve
current
English
job,
for my job.
or in your current job, or in a future job?
Yeah, both in current and for future.
Okay, awesome. Very good, Anji. So to improve your conversation for work. Good. All right, and William, why are you studying English?
I want to speak English more fluently, like a native English speaker.
All right, so just for yourself, not for your job, just because you want to speak fluently.
Yes, I just want to more excellent for myself.
All right, awesome, William. That's a good goal. Okay, and Trump, how about you? Why are you learning? Why are you studying English?
Yes, I want to learn English because I want to develop my business. I work in a logistics. It's very important with me. When I was in high school in the university, I'm lazy for learning English, and now I have to try to learn English more.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very good. That's normal, Trump. I speak Spanish, and I was really lazy in high school and in the university studying Spanish, but then I learned it as an adult.
Now you are a
So
teacher?
well, I'm an English teacher, but I speak Spanish fluently also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And I teach English because people like native speakers. That's why. All right. And Jin, how about you? Why are you studying English?
I study English for that I can talk to foreigners because English is an international language, one of the international language. And
Yeah.
the other tip is that, uh, in my opinion, I think that I learned some the other language and I can learning about that large countries' culture.
Yeah. Or you can learn about other countries' cultures. Uh-huh.
Yes,
That's
yes.
absolutely true. Yeah, definitely. In fact, there's an expression in English that the language is the key to the culture. In other words, say for if I want to go to Russia, for example, I won't really understand the culture if I don't speak Russian. So yeah, learning the language is key to learning the culture. Awesome, Gigi. And hello, Sophia.
Hi,
Hi, Sophia. How are you?
I'm great, and the reason I want to learn English because there are a lot of great books are written in English, and English, like you said, language is the key to the other culture. If I want to explore the other, mm, in other culture, I have to have some. I have to. I have key to to realize what they said.
Yeah, awesome. And Sophia, where are you from?
I'm from Taiwan.
From Taiwan. All right. And what city?
Ilan.
Milan. Okay. All right. Good. So we have 4 out of 5 from Taiwan in this group. That's cool. All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you now. We're going to look at this text about English. And the title of the text is Idiomatic English. Brits struggle to communicate with the world. Idiomatic English. Brits struggle to communicate with the world. Brits, someone from Great Britain. Mhm. England, Ireland, and Scotland. I am not a Brit. I am an American. I'm from the US, so a little bit different. All right, so what I would like for us to do is for each of us to do a little bit of reading. So let's see, Jean, if you will read for us first, and if you will read the first 3 parts, please.
It's a theory which is found of putting the cat among the penguins. The British are proud of the idiomatic humor of their language, but an academic has argued that they are actually falling behind because they insist on using phrases that the rest of the world does not understand.
Very good. Let's try a couple words again. Jean. Phrases.
Phrases,
Good. And pigeons.
pigeon.
Good, Jean. All right, and Trump, will you read the next paragraph, please?
Yes. Professor Jennifer Jenkins, Chair of Global Englishes at University of Southampton, say they are people who speak English a first language are bad at changing their speak to suit non-native speakers, meaning they struggle to be understood.
Okay, try this word again. Struggle
Struggle,
with an S. Struggle.
struggle.
There you go. Yeah, good. All right, and Sophia, will you read the next paragraph, please?
They The divide means those who speak English as a good as second language speak it very differently to native speakers. two groups are increasingly unable to understand each other. She argues.
Good, Sophia. Thank you. All right, and William, will you read the next paragraph, please?
Okay. Native speakers are also unwilling to make allowance for others by changing their speech patterns or slowing them down. Means they struggle to socialize with non-native speakers who are better able to communicate with each other in English than they are with the which.
Good, William. Thank you. And Anjit, will you read the last paragraph, please?
Dynamic means the two groups be unable to understand each other in the middle of the decade, putting native speakers at a disadvantage in the rest of the world.
All right, very good, Anjit. Thank you. Okay, great job, everybody. So now I'm going to ask you some questions about this text. Uh-huh. So, Jean, what are native speakers of English bad at doing? What are they bad at doing?
They usually say some phrases and native, and they are not good for non-native language people to speak slowly.
Very good. Right. So they use a lot of phrases. They don't speak slowly. They are bad at changing their speech to suit non-native speakers. Uh-huh. Very good, Jin. They use lots of unusual phrases and they don't speak slowly. Awesome. All right. And Chung, what what is happening? What is happening between native and non-native speakers of English?
Uh, I I don't understand a lot.
Okay, I'll ask you again. So, what is happening between native speakers of English and people who speak English as a second language? What is happening to them?
The the people in the still speaker uh, not changing the speech when they talk.
Right? Mm-hmm. That's right. Yes. And what is the result of that, Trump?
What is they just go to be understood.
Exactly, right. So it says right here the two groups are increasingly unable to understand each other. Mhm. So native speakers don't understand non-native speakers, and non-native speakers don't understand native speakers. Good, John. All right. And Sophia, what might happen? What might happen within 10 years? What might happen within 10 years?
Maybe because native speakers have difficulty in in communicating with the other non-native speakers, so the gap will maybe get bigger, and the native speaker uh, because of the community because of the gap they have they cannot communicate well. Maybe
Exactly. Right. It says that the two groups will be unable to understand each other in as little as a decade. So they won't even understand each other. Yeah. Very good, Sophia. All right. And let's see, let's look at some words from this article. So, William, when we say falling behind, does that mean that they are leading the rest of the world, or they are in back of the rest of the world? Oh, yes. So falling behind, leading or in back of?
Leaving back of.
Yeah, in back of. If you're falling behind, it means you're in the back.
Yes.
Yeah. Good, William. All right, and let's look at another one. Anji, when we say the divide, does that mean that they are together or they are separate?
They are separate.
They're separate. Okay, very good. And just the reason why they put this right here, this is an English idiom, not an American idiom. This is from a British idiom. Put the cat among the pigeons, and it means cause problems, cause trouble. Uh-huh. Because it's like putting the cat with the birds, and it's an idiom. All right. So let's talk a little bit about this. I would like to know how do you do at understanding native speakers of English? So I'll ask that a little bit differently. Are you able to understand native speakers of English? Okay, and say how difficult it is for you. So let's start with Trump this time. Are you able to understand native speakers of English?
Uh, I think yes, I am, but just a little. Now I try to study, and I listen a lot. It's I think just 1 year ago, I focused my time for learning, and every day I try to learning, and maybe uh, I sell at least 5 to 10 hours for listening the English. It feel better now. I can understand a lot, and now I'm not focused on a native speaker because I work in the logistics in the Cashewman and on my customer from the Africa and from the India, and their language, their voice, their accent not the same with the native speaker. But I want to work with them and I try to listen to them, especially in the India people when they speak in English. It's very quickly and it's a very hard to listening.
Yeah, very hard to understand.
Yes, it's too hard to understand.
If it makes you feel better, Trump, I have difficulty understanding Indians when they speak English.
Yeah,
It's hard for me to.
their voice is very good. I think it's better in Asia people. In the Asia people like in Vietnam, we a lot of people speak English without forgot the any sound. And with the India people, they speak very quick and they have to blah 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 blah. It's
Right.
yeah.
Well, remember, India was a British colony. It was part of the British Empire, so that's why they speak English so well.
Yeah.
India, they learn it from the time they're little children.
Yes.
Okay, good, Trump. All right, and Sophia, how about you? Are you able to understand native speakers of English?
Um, I I have met some native speakers. I think it's it's easier for me to understand native speakers than understanding those um, non-native speakers.
Interesting. Interesting. All right, and why, Sophia?
Mm, because most of the movie I watch is they speak just American English. So is I'm used to listening. I'm used to understand the native speakers
Very
accent.
good. All right, awesome. Very good, Sophia. Okay, and William, how about you? Are you able to understand native speakers of English?
A little bit because I didn't have much. I didn't have native speaker friends, so
Mhm.
I just learned from movie or TV show to know how the native speaker.
Okay. Yeah, listen. It's listening is really important. If you listen a lot, you can
Yeah,
improve.
but I speak is very poor.
But it's all right. You will get better. You will get better.
Yeah, I will
Okay.
try.
Yeah, you will. You will. All right. Good, William. All right. And Anji, how about you? Are you able to understand native speakers of English?
Sometimes I can because native speakers uh, often speak English very fast.
Right.
So and yeah, and the vocabulary, the pronunciation between the vocabulary sometimes you different. The vocabulary difference will be different.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
It's very yeah. Yeah, definitely. So sometimes I can understand what I mean. So I need to ask more questions or person to tell and speak one more time and try to understand or say how they mean. Yeah,
All right.
yeah, it's really hard to understand what native speakers say.
Okay. Interesting, Anji. Yeah, that's a good point. The pronunciation, especially with vowels, it can vary from country to country. Okay. And Jinjin, how about you? Are you able to understand native speakers of English?
Um, Actually, I have less experience to talking to a native speaker. But when I was an college student, my mathematics professor is an Indian. Uh,
Oh.
it's hard to understand his English because he always speaks so quickly. So
Mhm.
uh, we we begging him to speak, put his speaker to write down on the blackboard all her speak.
Oh man, yeah, everything she says. Everything
Yeah,
she says.
everything is said. Maybe mathematics English is pretty uh, simple than others
Maybe. I don't know.
other industry.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't understand mathematics very well. Okay. All right.
I think British English is more hard than American English
Okay.
to
Very good,
understand.
Jinjin. That was going to be my next question. So my next question for you is which English accent is easiest for you to understand? So in other words, when I say English accent, I mean like uh, England, obviously, or we could say British, American, Australian, Irish, Scottish, and let's say South African. Okay, and also there are a couple others like New Zealand, but that's pretty similar to Australia. So, which native accent is easiest for you to understand? And G, which native English accent is easiest for you to understand?
Uh, in my experience in the American, English. Americans speak English. I can understand more.
All right. American. Good. And Jean, how about you? Which native English accent is easiest for you to understand?
Is American.
American.
Australian accent helps me difficult to understand.
Me too. It's okay, me too. All right, good. Good, Jean. And Trump, how about you? Which native English accent is easiest for you to understand?
Uh, I think Americans, yes, because on my document is from the American people, and it's a podcast, and I listening is a lot.
Good. All right, very good. Trump. And Sophia, how about you? Which native accent, English accent, is easiest for you to understand?
uh, American English because Hollywood movies are so popular in Taiwan.
Right. Very good. All right, good, Sophia. And William, how about you? Which native English accent is easiest for you to understand?
Also, it's American accent because TV or movie is always American accent, so that is familiar with me.
Awesome. Awesome. Very good. All right. I feel good because I am an American and you said that my accent is easiest to understand. That's very good, at least for me. One, like you said, the Hollywood movies, that helps a lot. However, they all are taught to speak in a certain way. In the US, there are many different accents. If you go to the south of the US, they speak one way. If you go to the north of the US, they speak a different way. And and because I teach, I learned how to speak in a neutral accent. So it's easy. It's a little easier to understand me because I learned how to speak differently for my students. All right. So today we talked about understanding native speakers of English, and it was interesting to hear your perspectives. A lot of you talked about listening a lot. Um, what happens to students is they want to understand everything and they get very upset and they get very angry when they don't understand everything and they spend all their time trying to understand. The funny thing about that is it actually makes it more difficult to understand because they are always evaluating their ability. So they're always saying, oh, I don't understand. Oh, I do understand. The better way to do it is think of listening to English like taking a shower. You know, every morning you turn on your shower and you take a shower. You don't think about the water. You just take a shower and you just let the water hit you. Same when you're practicing listening. Just turn on the radio, turn on Netflix, and just listen. And and slowly you will understand more and more. I shouldn't say slowly, gradually you will understand more and more. Just listen and don't worry about what you do and don't understand. Just spend time listening to the language and it will happen. All right, very good job, everybody. Thank you very much. Before we go, does anybody have a question for me? Any questions?
No, I don't.
No? All right. Thanks, everybody. Very interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hello.
Thank you.